Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 10 minutes past 10 on Friday night, back with an each way lucky 15 for tomorrow and one win bet. I was struggling all evening and night to find something, so I got 3 and then I decided to put a 4th one with it. I didn't go to Naas. Woke up this morning, no drink last night, and I had a murdering hangover. I had to get them, hadn't it out for about 3 or 4 months. I'd say it's the side effects of tablets or something like that. No explanation for it at all. Done nothing different the last few days. Ate nothing different. Drank nothing different. So you'd be as tired as a dog. So I was too tired to go driving. Be about a 2-hour drive, and then walking all day. I'd be wrecked. So I bypassed it. We had 3 running today. First up was Snake Oil, 9-year-old, but inexperienced. He showed he couldn't jump at speed with the more experienced handicapper Pat's Choice down the back. Made a couple of boo-boos and was staying on again. He wanted to make it a test of stamina, but he got bossed about by the older horse, or the more experienced horse. We had our bus horse won, but I thought he'd win more at the furlong pole. I don't know if the handicapper puts him up another 8 or 10 pound, will he? Unless he gets back to Musselburgh again, more flat track or something. But one handy enough. And then similarly to the first one, a horse that was running only in its second chase, Blue Beach, got out jumped by the winner. The name escapes me for now. That's not the name of the horse. The name escapes up here. Made a few errors when it mattered at the start, and it got out of its rhythm. So a pity. I went. I mentioned American Money last night. I was afraid of Pride of Place. There was a gamble going to come on that today at JP's. It drifted, but it ran well. That's one for the notebook, though. We'll keep an eye on that. But American Money got a great ride again from Connor Stone Walsh and drifted out to 6s. He's a great young pilot. Great, very lucky for me since he started. We tipped him the first ride he had. But no major damage done, as they say. Newcomers on the bus, when ye bother to leave a comment, I will always mention ye. Martha P. Head, Cahill McGee, Jack Bates, Derek Murray, James Robert Kadzidlo, the Dixon clan. I don't know many is in it, but they're all on the bus anyway. They went upstairs, a heap of them. Paul Gordon, Jerry Sartain, Chris O'Connell, Darren Green, Lee Beard. He was going to Huntington races today. He's from South Yorkshire. Stuart Walwork, Alex O'Hara, and he threw a few quid in the kitty. Thank you very much, Alan. John Mackey, Alison Thompson. I think she came in a day or two ago. She snuck in, but I found her today. Galaxy Gamer. He's in Derry. He mentioned the Glyn game. I thought Glyn got the cup, or they're getting the cup. I didn't think they were going to play in that Glyn has it won already. I don't think Bridges are turning up for that match. And Philip Kerr was the last one to board the bus. And off to the races we did go. Tomorrow, there's a lot of... I could have picked 2 or 3 horses in a couple of races, and I just... The angles I chose, I hope that at least we'd get a place. So, the Danmore Chase, it's on at 157. So that's the first of those. I'm going to do those in the order of the races, with no stronger opinion on any of them over the other ones. The 157, there's a strong favourite in that. Let's be clear about it. First time in a handicap. It is a classy sort, but they're paying 4 places, most of the bookies. And I chose one of Willie's, Saint Roi. It's 12 to 1 shot there and a few 11 to 1 in the last. There's 4. If they go fast paced, this is classy. The last time this was in a handicap, it was in a hurl race. It was in the county hurl when it won, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just a quick look back. This is first handicap chase, I know that. They were all graded races after that. When it won the last time was the 13th of March 2020. It hosed up in the county hurl of 137. Wasn't that thrown in that day? The thought at the time that it would be a champion hurl horse the following year has been disappointing to a lot of people. Needs a fast pace. Now, if it doesn't get a fast pace, if these dwaddle tomorrow, this could be out the back of the television. But I thought, with the likely event that the favourite might win, but I'm not tipping up 2 to 1 favourite. There is a bit of money for it. And Willie has 3 in it. JP has 3 in it. I just went with the classy one that it might run into a place at least. The 157 is followed by the 224 at Warwick. No. The 242. We'll go with the 242. That is the Lanzerati. 19 running in this, 2 miles 5. Impose Trois, after a good run in the Greatwood, until second the last time. It clouted the last 2. To second to Lucia. We were on Lucia that day, 11 or 12 to 1. And then to, there was a heap of money for it, went off 9 to 2. 9 to 2, I think, that day. But I picked one of Nicky Henderson's as well. King Alexander. This seemed to have an improved run, I thought, in Exeter when it ran last in November. And it seems, but maybe I'm mistaken, but it seems to have been put away for this. It's 3 for 3 in its completed races. It fell last June, but that was sort of summer ground. I think it had been beaten the same day. It was 4 or 5 minutes down when it fell at the last. But it seemed to have improved well for a bit of cut on the ground too, when it won handy enough in... This is here on the right hand side.
Place to Astronomic View. Second cracking run from Astronomic View for Lucy and Sue Gardner, and they're well clear of the third. Our winner 7 to 2.
One on the snaff. I'm hoping that I'm reading it right. That it was put away for that. There is a few. If you look at it as well, 6-year-olds win it. Fairly often in the last 10 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds. A 6-year-old as well, you have with Impose Trois, but that's a 9 to 1 shot or an 8 to 1 shot. They're paying 6 places, a lot of the bookies. So stuck him in. That is 2. Where do we go next? We go to Warwick to 3 o'clock. The classic national, 3 miles 5. Melina Girl is the favourite for Gavin Cromwell. Came down the last day, 2 out, which is going like a winner. Carrying top weight. I went with Major Dundee. Bit disappointing the last day, but I put that down that was in the Welsh Grand National Trial. I put it down to the heavy ground. It was the first time ever it ran on heavy ground. It has won on soft. It won actually the Midlands Grand National on soft. So it stays. That was over 3 miles 6. It had a good, it looked like in Warwick there, it was third to Guard, ran on. So I was trying to get something that would be sort of staying on. Like, the aim is to get at least these 4 placed, or at least 3. And I thought this might be a safe play. For a minute I say that he might tumble at the first, but anyway, he's 9-1 and 8-1. They're paying 5 places. Some of the bookies there. We were on Beauport the last day, it was second. We were on Percussion, that was second as well. But I thought this one, it'll stay forever. So that's the choice there at the 3 o'clock. And then we have the Old Veterans Chase. 17 declared. 3 miles soft ground. Wide open affair. The choice is Mill Green. We were on it the last day when it was second to Thomas Derby, and Thomas Derby went up £4 for it. So we're £4 better off for a length and 3/4. Now, if you look at that race, Nico was on him, and well, before I say that as well, that this is lightly raced over fences. That was only even though it's a 9-year-old. It's a 12-year-old. Sorry. It's only ran 4 times over fences. We backed it twice last spring. We backed it in Cheltenham and in Aintree over hurls both times. It was third, 22-1 and 14-1. So we got our each way money on it. The last day, I thought it was just out for the run with this race in mind. He tipped around on the rail the whole way, and then he wasn't that awfully busy on him.
To jump.
That's him in second on the blue on the outside.
Right. Mill Green has been angled off the inner by Nicola Boinville in third. Isn't going to get there. Thomas Derby back in the winners.
I don't think he wanted to get there. This was the plan. There's 38,500 sterling for the winner tomorrow. There was a couple of them behind him that day. It's an each way play as well. They're paying 5 places. It's a 9-1 shot, an 8-1 shot now, a lot of them. That's an each way. Lucky 15 for newcomers. I haven't done that in a while, but there was 4 sort of big fields tomorrow. So hopefully it'll at least it will get 3 placed, if not 4, and if we win one, or 2 will be in Clover. There's a couple of good races tomorrow, but there was a couple of reputations was dented today in the Lawlers of Naas, and Mr. Policeman got bet. Reading Tommy Wrong won at a big price. He was 33s last night, and a friend of mine had him back last week. He had a tenner each way at 35-1. It was an enhanced price with William Hills, and then when the race was called off, he when he missed the price last night, he didn't back it today. But he had it picked as a foreign pick, but just 3 for 3, like so. If he had it last week, I don't know what he even won last week, but he'd have money won anyway if it won. The Veterans Chase. Where are we? Oh yeah. No, that's not the race. The Silviniaco Conte Chase. Pictori won it last year. It bosses fields, I think, on small fields. Edward Stone has only, not over fences has it ran this distance. It ran once in Aintree at 2.5 miles. I think it was 5th, if I remember. Banbridge likes a bit better ground had won a group Grade 1 in Aintree, and I thought Pic D, even though it's 9, might get out in front tomorrow. Harry Cobden, Paul Nichols on a Saturday. That'll be my choice in that race. It's the third favourite actually now. If you look at the only time it was beaten in its last 6 runs was when it was second to Shishkin. It'll be interesting, that race tomorrow. There's another interesting race, the race with I couldn't make a decision on it. I can't think of the race. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit too much. Where am I here? I'll get out of the way. Yeah, I think that's it. Bash the bookies, over and out.